Welcome back to Now That's a Fact. No other way, taking heed, always thinking spiritually, soberly, action, feedback, adjustment, clarity, truth. Now that's a fact. I'm back at it. Let's keep provoking thought, people. Come on, holler at me. Let's be real. Let's be transparent. Today we're discussing having a system of accountability. This one is a good one. I mean, this is really a good one. Does anyone ever even want to be accountable anymore for anything? I'm just asking. What is accountability? It's answerability. It's being responsible for one's actions via submission, upward or laterally, in any relationship. Responsibility in accordance with accountability then has to be the willingness and ability to respond appropriately in accordance with protocol and process and relational agreement. I mean, if we're going to be in a relationship, it is necessary, it is paramount, it is required to be accountable in any given situation. It is putting the onus or the burden on oneself as opposed to passing it off onto others. You know, passing the baton, passing the buck, deciding that it's always somebody else's responsibility or somebody else's fault that the reason something didn't work out the way we had hoped. It's okay to do you, just not all by yourself. You remember, no man is an island, entire of himself. Every man is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. I have what I call the five persons rule. Wonder what that is. The five persons rule, I'm glad you asked, is where everyone should have at least five persons of strength and character whom you rely upon for wisdom and counsel in and out of crisis. Someone who you really know and trust and who knows you and is not afraid to tell you the truth about you in all relevant matters of importance. It's making real connection with those that would be painstakingly honest with you, yet optimistic and constructive in their criticism, fostering opportunities for growth and development. Those who would help you keep things intact is what I call it, to keep it intact, meaning that you would give thought, adherence, consideration, and trust to their warnings and their advisory counsel. If you don't have this in place already, it's like driving without auto insurance. It's like driving without a valid driver's license and just simply hoping to always get away or never be stopped by law enforcement, and simply hoping for the best. To go through life like this without accountability partners, without those that you can trust and entrust your livelihood, your well-being into their hands. And, and what you got to understand, my friends, that would be unlawful, reckless, and irresponsible. It would be like flying an airplane and not being in constant communication with the air traffic control tower. Not wise. So let's agree being true to an accountability system provides security of direction and purpose. So then, having an accountability partner or partners is proper process. And not having one then is to be self-absorbed, narrow-minded, therefore rendering oneself fundamentally unsafe and unsound. Sound and sober judgment says I'm open to wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from vetted sources and individuals. Never go to a novice for experiential advice. How could they know? Somebody somewhere said it's lonely at the top. If they've never been there, how could they know? They don't know who's up there. How can they even know whether or not it's lonely up there? Now that's a fact. Now that's a fact. What you gotta understand is you want to make sure of who you entrust your well-being, your livelihood into the hands of. Of course, it's in your hands, but your hands are not the only capable hands when it comes to molding, developing, and shaping your life, shaping your character, uh, making sure that you have a moral compass, a moral foundation, and an anticipated quality of life. Remember, somebody somewhere said you get it how you live. Now, that's a fact. No other way, taking heed, always thinking spiritually. We are spirit beings. We are spirit, we have a soul, and we live in a body. Action, feedback, adjustment, clarity.